What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 15 of my Total War Warhammer 3 modded Orion Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, once again a lot of different battles against a lot of different foes, this time including the Imperials, which did very nicely give up the sacred pools for us and allow us to acquire yet another one of these nice trees. We'll be hopefully taking care of Marcus Wolfheart himself if Iskura doesn't fail her ambush here, and then moving on to continue annoying his territories in the name of the Lizardmen. Still have the Orion's camp to go, as well as the Griffin Wood, though once again that does depend on Confederation with Draika, but we've nearly got all the trees now. Now, in terms of what we got to do this time around, I do believe, while Orion is still looking to destroy Nakari and such, we have done everything we needed to do this turn, and I'd like to end the turn and head as fast to the first of our rituals as possible. So that's what we'll do. Skip damage building where? Dietershafen. Do we care about Dietershafen? Probably not. It can't defend itself because the garrison is terrible. So we'll ignore it. Frankly, we're probably going to give it to the Imperials shortly, but for now... Actually, does the port... Funnily enough, the port actually doesn't really do anything for Loren either. But anyway, for now we'll keep it. If these guys take it, we'll just destroy their army, etc, etc, etc. It'll all be fine, I'm sure. Now let's end the turn. Now, you may be wondering why I'm hurrying so much. Unfortunately, we didn't reach the engagement threshold this time around, at the very least with the likes dropping below 350, and so this is going to be a shorter episode, so we don't have a lot of time, so we gotta work our way through what we gotta do, quick as we can. Is this a Doom Engineer or is this a Plague Engineer? Honestly, I don't even know which one I prefer anymore, because both are tremendously irritating. I mean, if a Doom Engineer... Oh, can a Doom Engineer hit our magical forest? Imagine spending like 100,000 gold on it and then...
This forest's health has improved enough to enable a ritual of rebirth, which will permanently guarantee its rejuvenation. But beware. Hostile forces will attempt to disrupt the ritual once it begins.
Yes, they will. That's what I like to hear. Ally begins outpost construction as well, and you know what? While we're at it, there's probably a few outposts that we want to build. Namely, we're going to build one in Draika's territory because we want to build some Malevolent Treekin or Malevolent Dryads just in preparation, hopefully, for the eventual Confederation of Draika. Eatane, we should probably build one as well. And we'll build one in the Shrine of Assyrian, why not? And they have a mission for us as well, although I don't know whether we'll bother hunting down Bellicor, although he is rather close. We might be able to get him with Orion. We'll see. Anyway, Bellicor it is. Also, while we're here, is there anybody else with whom we need an outpost with whom we don't currently have one? We should upgrade these, but our money is right now. The Bretonnians, unfortunately, don't have access to any of their fancier units as yet, so no outposts there. Athel Loren are still in terrible situation, because they've lost their capital and they can't build anything elite. Yeah, all they can do is build Lothern Sea Guard, so we're not going to bother wasting our money on them right now. Yvrus is good, Eats is good, Vissenland and Wargrove, okay. That sounds good to me, so outpost construction begins. Orion, we are going to start with you once more, and ow. Did the ambush fail, or did... Where is Marcus? What? Yeah, the ambush... Iskura. Oh, come on. Where's he even going? Oh, he's gonna try to go after these guys. Do we chase after him or do we ignore him? I mean, I guess we'll try the ambush yet again. Hopefully he will... I actually really don't want him to go after these guys.
Listen to the sounds.
I'm not super fond of the idea of chasing him around either. You know what, I'll try one more turn. I'm going to continue protecting the sacred pools. But anyway, back to you, Orion. You are going to go into Forest Calls. Then we have to figure out what we have here in terms of defenses. Solid defenses at both Elisia and Torakar by the looks of it. And we may actually need to fight them because we'll otherwise take a lot of damage. I'm still not seeing Nakari, though, which is kind of an issue. Also, I forget, we do have Siege Attacker, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay. Oh, and it has the garrison building, which is kind of annoying. Meaning we'd have to manually fight this. I mean, I guess it's essentially the same kind of garrisons, so... I'll think about it anyway. Well, Ryan, we'll move you afterwards. Let's move everybody else first. So, Deluric, I think you're going to go into an camp stance right here, nearby. Deluric, please. Okay, fine. Elendelling, go into Forest Calls. We should be able to auto-resolve this, regardless of the pile of weaker units. Go here. Auto-resolve, just gonna assume that nobody's gonna die. Yeah, teensy bit of damage, and let's get some money by, I guess, raising the place. Honestly, it's not much. It's not much at all. We could seed it and keep the port, but at the same time, I really don't want to bother with protecting the place after we've taken it, so I'm not gonna bother. We'll encamp here, heal to full with both of you, and then next turn we'll just head to the Altar of the Crimson Harvest and just essentially continue annoying Norska with these two while we can. At least until we have to return to Loren Forest once it reaches 100, which it certainly is on the way to doing. Spell Shield. No. What else do we have? Alright, you guys are good. Alright, who is up next? Durthu. You should have a forest encounter, so you're gonna head here. Like so. And what do we have here? Abundant growth is definitely what we want. Greenskins punish. Diplomatic relations with greenskins? Oh no, whatever will we do? You will face a foe in battle. Yes, we shall. And what do we have here? Ooh, lots and lots of spiders, including plenty of Ragnaroks. This actually should be a fairly fun fight. Yeah, once again, loving the forest encounters for actually giving us a solid fight. Spirit victory for Durthu. We'll see about that. Go. Alrighty, another reason once again that I just love these forest encounters is that they tend to have a sort of a thematic armies. Not always, but they do have a, well, much larger tendency to have them than the AI might build. We got Ragnarok spiders, we got forest goblins, then just tons and tons of spider riders, ranged spider riders, melee spider riders, and spider hatchlings as well. I would absolutely build a similar army myself, so I'm happy that the AI will use it here. Durthu moves forward and pops a Lamentation of Despairs into the enemy pile of goblins and kills off at least 50 if they're a number, which ain't too bad, but you know, it's a basic goblin unit and nothing too crazy. We leave them with the Flock of Doom as Durthu slowly marches back to his line of forest spirits, the arrows peppering his iron hard bark, but I don't think he cares about this whatsoever. And just gonna wait for the enemy to close the distance and Durthu can start fighting those Ragnaroks. At least that's the idea. It does look like the enemy will try to flank us with at least 4 of their units, but as to whether that will be effective remains to be seen. Man, I know that well, it's probably not possible for us to get a greenskin ally, especially because the Wood Elves hate greenskins in particular, among other factions, but definitely one of the factions that they absolutely despise, and thus the aversion would make it impossible. The thing is, it does feel like the various spider units, similar to the dinosaur units of the lizardmen, would work nicely with a bunch of our own units as well. After all, forest goblins, spiders, it does make sense that they sort of share a theme, kind of like Norska and Kislev do. But anyway, looks like the Ragnaroks have made their way forward. The first one got scared away by Durthu after taking only about 40% of its HP. The rest are surrounded by Dryads and by Treekin. And the Firebark Elders, oh man, we could combine the Firebark Elders with the Lava Arachnaroks, and it would be just swell, wouldn't it? Oh well, and damn, the Arachnaroks are certainly trying to run away rather fast, but I think it's because their leadership is low. If we take a look here, max leadership is at 32, we got leadership 16 here. I think all of the forest spirits in this army, reducing the enemy leadership significantly, are really doing a number on them. This Gobbo Lore, the Goblin Great Shaman, has not suffered any damage whatsoever and is down to 9 leadership. Comparatively, our own leadership is, what? 131, 100, that sort of thing. Certainly reminds me of the early sort of portions of my Draika campaign back in the day, watching those Imperial armies rout basically on contact with our own troops, especially as Draika can stack the leadership reductions even further than we've done here. And okay, that's some loud screaming from those gobos. It does look like the dryads are starting to outnumber the gobos in pure numbers. Of course, the spider riders are also not particularly threatening. I do remember them being extremely threatening and doing tons of damage in my Grimgore campaign, as their buffs were, well, made them pretty darn strong. But I suppose that's kind of generally a theme for SFO. Units have a tendency to become very, very strong with buffs, making any unit viable, which is really fun for getting nice variety in terms of armies. And of course, once we have a Draika doing things, we will be able to see Dryads become extremely strong with a ton of buffs. And a ton of armor-piercing damage as well. Anyway, looks like the enemy spiders are having a pretty bad day. We can't really chase down the enemy spider rider archers, but we're getting there. The Arachnaroks are all also too fast to catch, so they will get hit a few times by Durthu and then move back into the fray. Fortunately, he can certainly do this all day. And man, even with the frostbite from the Wraiths of the Frozen Heart, oh, I gotta remember to... I don't know to give those to Draika, but anyway, even with the frostbite from them... Oh, and they're larger than regular dryads, I didn't even realize. Cool. And we're still not fast enough to chase down the enemy units, but, well, what are you gonna do? Regardless of whether we can chase them down or not, the enemy is having a pretty bad time of actually doing damage to our own blob. Eventually, they will run out of arrows and they will have no choice to do as they are doing now, like these guys who have run out of arrows, and move into melee. And of course, those poor little spider riders have no chance whatsoever at damaging the Treekin, especially with them buffed with the Shield of Thorns. A wall of trees, a moving forest, and grounding those spiders to dust and, well, getting some nice fertilizer for those roots. If you want your, I don't know, roots to look their rootest, a judicious application of forest gobbo blood, and ground down chitin from the spider exoskeletons, and we'll do so nicely. Anyway, with that, the enemy army will break. The battle is ours. Our damage is reasonably minimal. Durthu got 74 kills somehow. Most of them probably from that first Lamentation of Despairs, because he was sort of walking around and killing off, or at least damaging, maybe not killing off, the enemy Arachnaroks. Anyway, he's going to chase the enemy lord down, whack him away a few. Damn, once he's caught up, he hits damn hard and crushes the enemy lord. Well done, Durthu. Alright, a nice little fight. Of course, the Forest Spirits are too slow to chase, well, pretty much the entire cavalry-based army down, but it's all good. It's a decent amount of cash for our trouble, a decent amount of XP for Durthu, and we should be able to chase this army down and still return to the tree. So, chase them down if you would. Another Forest Spirit. The enemy certainly didn't like all those leadership debuffs that we have. Ooh, this is going to damage us. There's no need to fight it again. I mean... how long would it take to heal up after this? I wonder. Guess we're about to find out. Auto resolve, let's see the damage. And... oh, wow. Huh. Again. Auto resolve really doesn't like the Firebark Elders, but it's fine with all the regular units of a Shuriken, which is kind of strange. Oh well, anyway, take the money again. We should still heal up rather nicely, I'm sure. And March Stance, return to the Forest of Gloom. Greenskins destroyed, Royal Standard Bearer. And yeah, it'll take 2 turns to heal, but that's just fine. Durthu, you are going to head to the Haunted Forest. And... huh. I wonder, will they attack us immediately? I'm gonna pop it anyway, and we'll see what happens, because I don't remember anymore. Go. Perform ritual, regardless of the damage we've taken.
Enemies
And...
muster nearby to disrupt the ritual. They can be weakened if attacked before the appearance of their forces, even if the ensuing battle is lost. The ritual cannot be stopped. But you will receive additional rewards if you control the forest at its conclusion.
Well, and that's, well, it's going to, you're telling me it's going to take 8 turns? It's going to be 8 turns of this? That seems like a long time. Though I feel like a Ritual of Rebirth begins. Is this, I think it's different. Alright, the Ritual of Rebirth has been successfully initiated in this region. Once the haunted forest is fully healed by the ritual, it will revitalize the world roots beneath. But take heed, a tribe of wandering ogres wielding grossly oversized clubs have lumbered into the forest on the mindless assumption that it might be a source of exotic things to devour. Defend the forest and ensure the ritual is completed. Alrighty, so I see 2 of these, no, 3. I'm just going to assume that the ritual is completed once the invasions are taken care of. So yeah, we'll jump over to this one next turn, and then we'll probably have to head these armies off because we can't reach them in time. Also, Dirthu's still a little bit damaged, but might make the battles more interesting, so I don't think we'll mind. Next up, what do we have in terms of you? So,
Can I offer assistance?
a couple things I want to do with you. Get the mages in here. We have 1 turn left of the deep root spam. So first you're going to go to the Witchwood. Like so. Then, Nath, you are going to lose the 2 Waystalkers, which are going to join the Sisters of Twilight here. Then, Nath, again, you are going to go back and you're going to drop off these Spell Singers over here at the Forest of Gloom. Like so. Then we're going to double check what spell, we can recruit spell singers here as well. We're going to double check what kind of spell singers we have here. Anything that gives us, hello, devastating flanker for great forest eagles. Well, isn't that so lovely? Okay, so we need you, and we need you for, I'm just going to double check. For the flying army, technically any army with eagles should have those, but nonetheless, I take it you don't have that? No, you have Grove Enchantress. Might swap out. I'll think about it. Either way, you are damaged. We'll... well, we can move the same distance? Yeah, we can move the same distance, so go this way.
On the move.
What? Oh, for the love of... I screwed that up. Alright, fine. Go into Ride the World Roots and go down here. I didn't mean to select the mage. Alright. But that does mean we need that particular mage type for this particular army. Anyway, you 2 are going to join that army, so go out here and please proceed to do so. We can't get the mages here, so we will get one... I mean, I guess back at Kingsglade, just so I don't get confused as to who needs to go where. And ooh, yes, a Grove Guardian. Fantastic. This is exactly what we wanted. Now, I assume that we can't get them at the Witchwood? No. I really wish that we could recruit them anywhere we wanted and make it a lot easier. But anyway, we will take you, Azerit, new Branch Wraith, with that lovely Frenzy. Then we will also recruit the Spell Singer, that is this one, Breezy. Gotta have that devastating flanker for those great forest eagles to recruit. Frankly, it would be nice to get another one of these with the same devastating flanker trait. But anyway, you 2. Strathot, you are vindictive. We're gonna head you on over to here, and you're going to join the Wildwood Rangers.
Bless my steps.
And who are you? Wait, we have 3? Okay, wait. I didn't realize we had this many. I'm confused now. You... Enemy hero action success chance plus 150. Alright, you go here. What are you? Bewitching. Oh, you're gonna be the tech thief. Yes, yes, alright. New tech thief. New tech thief. Up here, please. And then... you are going to go into Specialist. 2 points for you. And you start at Tier 3. You are Benevolent and you are Beasts, meaning you're headed down to join this army and replace this Glade Guard. Lovely. Alright, Nath, I believe that's all he needs to do right now, so you will return to the... Not just still on, why can't we... Nath? Something of a concern here. Okay, no, I don't know what that was. I might have selected the wrong thing, but anyway. You're fine, and then you will go to, I guess, Kingsglade. Findal, go to the Crag Halls of Findal, because it just feels appropriate. Like so. And then the new two will have to wait to be transferred. And I guess all of this will have to wait to be transferred as well. But that's fine. And that is fine. At least everybody's moved where they're supposed to move. Alright, Orion, I'm continuing to ignore you for now. Although, you know what? Let's see. What do we have at Torokar? Probably not going to fight it immediately, but... close victory. We could actually auto-resolve it. I mean, it's essentially two of the same battles, but the one that doesn't have walls will allow us to be a cinematic battle, but this one won't allow a cinematic battle, so I think we'll just auto-resolve this one and do the other one cinematically. I mean, we could fight it. But you know what, now, going over the walls is going to be a boring fight, and the reason it's going to be a boring fight is that we'll have to wait for, like, I don't know, 15 minutes while the Hawks all obliterate as much as they can and run out of ammunition, same the Sisters of the Thorn, and then just head on in. So I think it'll be more interesting this way, auto-resolve. And we can take another 10k for raising the place. Ulthuan... Ooh, a brass cleaver, a very nice find for many armies. Alright, and then Elisia will be the last place. I'm going to hope that Nakari revives here. We might even want to raid/wait outside it until Nakari is back. And the Lost Sylvan Knights are up and running, so if we wanted to get them... Well, I feel like they shouldn't be in Orion's army, though. He's already gotten a lot of the best stuff. On the other hand, Orion's army is the only place that they would be free, because everybody else would actually have to pay for them. I'll think about it. Anyway, let's continue as we are for now. Loren, you've got your new troops, yes? You're just missing your mage. Now, what can you reach from here? You cannot reach Dragonhorn Mines or Ekrond, meaning we're going to pop you into raiding stance, and we're going to get you close. Oh. I guess we can't. Alright, fine, just go right here. Might be able to sack and raise in the same turn. Assuming that you can't actually raid. Oh, you can. So you're good. Alright, isn't that lovely? Alright, who is up next we have here? We've moved Nathan Findal and Datan. Now, Morgur has destroyed Skavenblight, meaning... We should probably knock him out before he goes to Carrick Buftar and starts annoying us. I do wonder who he's at war with. Where is he? He's at war with Talea, and they have the one territory remaining. Could be a good opportunity to catch his last force, so I think we'll actually move you to both destroy the ogres down here at Argalis and Granti Mingol, and to destroy Morgur at the same time. Alright, jump down here. As far as you can go. Ah! Okay, that's not Morgur. I saw Beastman and I got excited for a second, but all good. Alright, who's up next now? I want to see those ritual fights, so I'm trying to do this quick as I can. You cannot reach Crookback Mountain. We'll pop you into an encamp stance so you can heal. How far can you travel? I guess Crookback Mountain's the place to go, so you're going to go here. We're going to... no. Oh, no, you've gone too far, haven't you? Alright. Let's just hope you don't get caught by another army, please. Ooh, alright, that was risky. Change and change. Like so. Now all you're missing is a mage. You two are out. You are reset. And Datha's ready to fight once more. Ish. Minus that lack of mage, but whatever, we'll get a mage. Alrighty, who's up next nowadays? We've got Iskura, yes. I did this turn, didn't I? Okay, that means we can't move you anyway. Zoltathios, you're fine. Akka the Wanderer, you should be able to take the Temple of Death with decent ease. We go here. We're gonna have Tavarl move in and leech XP. We're probably, in fact, we're not going to keep Tavarl in this army. But we may as well leech the XP. Until Akka has what Akka desires. Auto-resolve, I don't know. One of you, doesn't really matter, I'll resolve. Alrighty, and we have... just gonna occupy the Heathland then. Lovely. Alright, Elven Steed and Temple of Adioth, we're gonna pop the Foraging Groves here. Doomglades is fine. We should want to replace the waystone here while we're at it with another foraging groves. Frankly, Haghall probably won't be able to defend itself against the Dark Elves here if they attack us, but I guess we'll see. Alright, Akka, you're looking okay to me, so I don't need to deal with you as yet. You need to, I guess, rush to Storag Core for now. And the other Akka is fine. Oh, man. Hold the name generator. Too many Akkas, too many Katras, etc. Skur, I didn't mean to click you again, nor did I mean to click Ziltathiosin. That's actually everybody. Assuming that there are no more heroes to build, I do want another Glade Captain, and we do want to try to get a few more mages that can steal tech, but I think we don't have any. We have another hero action success chance, and we could get you on the field, and then, if we get a better one, replace you, essentially. I think I like that. Let's get to you, Dare Talk. And you can be a tech thief as well. Tech thief. Alright. Alright, now the other tech thief was dead, right? We're not dead. Huh. Wait. 1, 2. Oh, there. 6 turns. Oh, fricking heck. The wounding is certainly gonna take a while. Huh. This is wrong with the mask here, but anyway. Ancillaries, we're going to want a Dryad Spy with you. There you go. And just so that you don't die immediately. And Specialist, go try to steal some tech if you can. We certainly need it. We're only at 161%. Granted, once again, we're still only at turn 55, but nonetheless. Diplomacy, time for you. Bordlow, Aaron, Karakazul, last defender is nearly ready for that non-aggression pact, which I like to see. Tyrannoc wants a military access and defensive alliance, certainly something we can do. More access to elven units, and hopefully some of the elven units that we actually want. Dune Kingdoms. The heck? How are you alive? I don't know how they're alive, but should we declare war on them? Yeah, just leave them alone for now. We'll maybe declare war on them later. The rest of this is ignorable by the looks of it. Minus last defenders thing. How much money do you want for this? 3.5k. They're reasonably friendly. You know what, let's wait a little bit, get a little bit friendlier with them and not pay them any money right now, because we still need to upgrade a bunch of trees. Speaking of, Forests of Gloom and Jungles are ready for an upgrade, but I want to see the costly upgrades first. Also, we need to actually complete this to unlock, so guess we're waiting. Alright, that's fine. Sacred Pools, we need you. You know what? Oh, I need tier 2. Freaking heck. Alright, Craftsman's Tree for you, and then the Witchwood. You have the Craftsman's Tree, so you're going to go for the Trapper's Den. Vidrioth is fine, and I do believe that's it. So we gotta upgrade one of these, and the one that we want to upgrade is either... which one's ritual is going to be popped first? 42, and Jungles of Qian is at 36, so I think it's the Forest of Gloom. Oh, 19.5k. It's so horrifically expensive. Well, what are you going to do? Even though we could probably save a few turns, we still want to, as fast as we can, build them, or build them as fast as we can, which means, and just getting them in the queue. What do we have here? Not a lot of new capacities as yet either, which is another reason why we want the trees upgraded. Anyway, I believe we're good. Did I besiege anything? I don't remember now. Oh no, we've been moving everybody around so much that I forgot whether we had somebody besieged and will want to attack them immediately, but I don't think we do, or if we do, I don't remember it, so we're gonna ignore it. We're gonna skip, which will allow us to go to end turn, and which will allow us to fight the first of our ritual renewal battles. Renewal battles, whatever. Gestalten still wants peace, I'm sure, and... should we just peace out with him? Draca won't like it, though, and I still am very inclined to at least try to confederate Draca. Honestly, at this point, I'd even take Draca and Kodal without any additional units, if we can get Draca going. Slaneshi Giggle. We would probably need her to lose some territory, though. A little bit unfortunate that Warheart of the Shadow Gave will attack Carcass. Oh, we weren't at war with you. We are now, under war inside of Ally, sure. And that probably means Morgur will try to move towards us, but we should be okay. Though it is unfortunate this happened. Huh? Why'd you start suffering attrition? A recent event? What the heck is this? This is the rudest thing I've seen in my life. Ally begins outpost, ambusher discovered, ready for duty, ready for duty, forced invasion. That's the ritual one, that's fine. And that's the other ritual one. Wild hunt slumbers. Sword of Cain claim. Huh? Why are you losing it? What? No. What actually is doing this?
I share the forest.
Oh, mutagenic energies. Okay, so I take it that this is a Zinchen thing. Well, isn't that a shame? Alright, well, I guess Marcus has run away, and, well, it's looking like he's going to be annoying these guys. By the looks of it, he should be able to take the Golden Colossus. We could try to chase him. I was gonna take Chakwa.
I observe.
Yeah, I think we will chase him down. I'd really rather him not do anything to annoy the to annoy our allies too much.
Naturally.
It's just that we really want their units and I don't want them gone, so yeah, anyway. Orion, you're gonna get an actual Nakari's back. Perfection, absolute perfection. Throt is going for the Shrine of Cain. I guess the question is, can he reach it in a single turn? It'll be unfortunate if he can. If we take Elisia, we'd have a port available to us. We could sack the place and still be able to move close to the Shrine of Cain. Damn it, Throt. This was not the time, man. This was absolutely not the time. Alright, I guess we're fighting this one. We're not going to bother leveling because, frankly, I don't think we need it. And, ooh, this guy's got himself the Marquis of Masochism and the Princes of Perfection, as well as a pretty solid garrison. Still close victory because he has no anti-air. And, well, just generally, this is our most powerful army. But still, we're going to fight it. Go. Alright, here we go, Nakari. I once again am so glad that he actually did come back up. Slaaneshi giggle, as we are very much looking forward to acquiring his speed for entire army defeat trait. Anyway, the problem for Nakari is definitely going to be those Hawk Riders. There is basically nothing whatsoever that he can do about them, and their multi-shot arrows are going to be particularly effective against the Slaaneshi army, as Slaaneshi are very lightly armored, and will thus suffer a lot to those arrows. Especially these single entities. These guys have 233 missile strength on them. And right now we're focusing down that Marquis of Masochism, who is just running around trying to avoid fire. That said, we're not going to be, too cheap here. We could always just hover around and destroy most of the enemy army with our range units, but we definitely want those units of Wild Riders to get in on the action, so that they will. The Marquis of Masochism does go down and on the good way, or at least not in the way that it prefers, while we continue fighting the enemy Chaos spawn of Slaanesh with our piles of Wild Riders, now led by the Hunters of Kurnos, which have, I guess, because they're a regiment of renown, probably look like the old Wild Riders. Or at least I would imagine they would if I could... Ugh, that's frickin' minor settlement. Can't actually get close enough to take a look at what they look like. Alright, I should have taken a look at them earlier, but anyway. Gotta deal with the minor settlement. Anyway, the Wild Riders are absolutely making a mincemeat of those spawn of Slaanesh. One unit destroyed, next unit about to follow. And there we go, we can take a look at them now. I actually feel like the original helms of the Wild Riders, because this is their normal helms, actually look better than the modded helms. The modded helms make them look more like realistic units and like less fantastical, I guess, but once again, it deviates from the lore, I feel, too much. You could keep the additional armor on the Wild Riders themselves and on the Stags, but I think there was no real reason to change their, frankly, boss, original, vanilla-looking helms. Yeah. I do like those. But at least this way we have sort of both types of units and can enjoy both types. Anyway, let's see what we got out here. And Nakari is running around up here, but we still got so much more ammunition left on the various hawk units. We're just going to hover around and annoy the enemy while we have Orion leading his Wild Riders in the fight here. Alright, it looks like the Demonettes will meet their match here. I suppose the Wild Riders are a great sort of, maybe not counter, but other side of the coin. Similar sort of unit to the Slaneshi sort of battle ethic, as they are also fast glass cannons by tendency. I'd really like to see what a charge of Heartseekers into a charge of a Wild Riders unit would look like. Units, rather. Anyway, there we go, Wild Riders. And Wild Riders are supposed to have glowing eyes, so removing their helmets makes their eyes not glow, which is not loreful. But anyway, at least these guys' eyes glow. Hellstriders will move on in. And that's a pretty bad matchup. Hellstriders versus Wild Riders, those guys are going to get absolutely wrecked. And these are the Hell Scourges, so that they do have that lovely Overwhelm debuff. But barely any melee attack, and overwhelm or not, they're the ones that do get overwhelmed here. Up here, Nakari is down to about half HP. The Cultist of Slaanesh and Nakari himself both having an absolutely terrible time. I didn't even tell the Hawk Riders to focus these guys. I just moved them up here and allowed them to fire. Unfortunately for Nakari, that's just not something he can take. I like the way that he falls down. It's quite dramatic. Nakari definitely a drama queen, but anyway, Nakari goes down, not in a good way either. Cultist of Slaanesh destroyed. The enemy army is down to about 90%, or about 10% rather. We get the 90% of their... Looks like Orion got hit with a Slaaneshi spawners in Rampage, but that's fine because he does have the Sisters of the Thorn and the units of Wild Riders to back him up. And the Sisters of the Thorn absolutely run over the Princelings of Perfection, who are shattered, and by the looks of it, the rest of the enemy army is about to follow suit. A few more charges from our Wild Riders and our Sisters of the Thorn, I'd wager, and we've got it. I also like that the Sisters of the Thorn, unlike the Glade Riders, are sort of hybrid units, and they can fight in melee just fine, which means we can use them as support melee cav for the Wild Riders and have them charge in with the Wild Riders as well. Hounds of Kurnus and the Spear of Kurnus coming down, obliterating a few units. Ooh, nice spear throw from Orion as he knocks down, I think, 2 of the enemy Chaos Spawn with a single throw. And man, once again, Orion is a big boy, towering over the Chaos Spawn. Backing off a little bit, though, as we could just destroy the rest of them from the air. No real need to do it, but just because we can. These are the last enemy Chaos Spawn on field, and frankly, we'd probably do more damage to Orion with straight range shots than we do, well, not than we do to the enemy, but, well, there wasn't any real reason to hurt Orion. Anyway, down goes Nakari, down goes his force, and we get ourselves a nice defeat trade. Alright, there we go. My bad about killing Nakari off, as in killing off, well, allowing the Hawk Riders to kill him. I looked away for a few seconds and they had riddled him with arrows and brought him down. Surprisingly, despite the lack of magical damage on their arrows, so good job to them. Orion still managed to do nearly 30k damage, and it looks like the Buckaroos with 21k damage did the most damage in terms, well, actually... And they got the most kills. Well, actually, it looks like a lot of the Wild Riders, or at the very least the shielded ones, which were in battle for longer, the Buckaroos and the Hooves of Justice and one of the unnamed ones, all did as well as each other. And the Wild Hunters of Kurnus are there, of course, as well. Anyway, I'd love to raise it because it's a lot of money, but we're going to have to sack it so we can continue to move, because Lord Skrulk is moving up. I wonder if it's better to occupy Elisia and just sail out from here. We would be closer if we march stanced. If we don't occupy Elisia, these guys obviously will. But also 20% speed for Orion's army, 175 speed on those Wild Riders. Ain't it a beautiful sight? 203 speed on the Hawk Riders. Oh, his army is so ridiculously fast. It's hilarious. But I love it. Nakari definitely one of the best traits in the game for an entire army. Get that? If only we could get Orion to defeat Tretch Craventail as well, that'll be another 10%. Do we need it? No. Is it funny? Yes, and that's why I want it. I don't know if we can get him out here. Maybe. And just because it amuses me. But anyway, victory over Slaanesh. Yeah. So how do we do this? Do we march out or do we occupy? I mean, we'd still probably be able to jump all the way to the Shrine of Cain via the world routes. I'm reasonably concerned that throughout the Unclean we'll still be able to attack it regardless. You know what we'll do? Anything interesting here? We could get a mage. At level 3, mind you. Let me think here. His army isn't particularly strong, and we do need to defend the Shrine of Cain. I think what we'll do then... Well, Lisang Sign won't apply to the entire army. We don't have... Oh, right, we don't have anybody with high magic as yet. Lord Keeper of Illuminath. We could get you, but at level 3... The problem with those high magic starts out not so very good. You have Lethal Poison and Befuddlement of Mischiefs. You have Muster of Malevolence. Which is affecting a single unit. It also provides control for the control bonus. If only Circo was available. Also, I haven't checked these guys in a while. Let me just see here real quick. Yeah, still nothing for the War Dancers. Well, whatever. I wish these guys didn't cost 6k, because I really don't want to pay that much for one of them. I'm going to say do a Lure of Life. We can still spam Earthblood and... Oh, yes, you know what? Yeah, do a Lure of Life. Lore of Life. You have a bound Earthblood versus a bound Jade Amulet, which is also quite nice and enabled when casting, giving you more mana to work with. Oh. Although you won't have all that much mana anyway. Although you won't be able to fight, and you're about half price compared to these guys. You're still going to be able to cast the Earth stuff, though. I do like Lethal Poison as well. You know what? We're gonna go with you. Akka, Sylvan Colossus. Stupidly expensive, but what are you gonna do? And we'll pop the Sylvan Knights in your army. There we go. No way Throt takes this. I mean, maybe a way the Throt takes this, but let's just hope not. Awakening of the Wood and... You already have Earthblood and Awakening. Let's get you Shield of Thorns. Still solid even with 50 mana on you. And what we'll do is we'll also go for Ancillaries. I'm not going to give you any items just in case you lose them, but what we will do is we'll give you a not a Valzanil Smith, not a Young... Well, actually, you can take the Young Stag, but what I wanted was a Forest Spirit to reduce... There we go, to reduce the enemy's leadership. Lovely. Alright, and I guess Orion... You could grab these islands while it's sea. You know what, fine. Occupy Elisia, we'll just trade it away. And Seducers of Slaanesh destroyed after we get the Nakari. The Nakari straight. Anyway, we're out of time. I'm gonna call the episode here. Next time we hunt down throughout the Unclean, and we start the episode off by hitting our first forest invasion battle during our first ritual. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to leave those likes and comments below. Let's see if we can reacquire that threshold streak. 350 comments. No, 350 likes, 50 comments, all glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.